you guys. My name is Jennifer Finch from the band L7, and I'm here in Los
A riot, girl legend falls silent. What happens when one of the most influential women in rock music, a bassist who helped define the sound of the 1990s, who inspired a generation of female musicians, and who never backed down from a fight, suddenly falls silent? On the 14th of August 2023, the rock world was shaken. Jennifer Finch, the legendary bassist and co-founder of the iconic punk grunge band L7, died at the age of 57. Her death was confirmed by the band on social media, writing, "We are deeply saddened to announce the passing of our sister and bandmate, Jennifer Finch." But here's what makes this story so tragic. Jennifer Finch was a pioneer. She co-founded L7 in 1985, a band that would become one of the most influential rock bands of the 1990s. She was a female musician in a male-dominated industry, and she refused to be silenced. Who was Jennifer Finch really? How did a young woman from California become one of the most important bassists in rock history? And what was the cause of her death? Stay with us as we explore the life, music, and enduring legacy of Jennifer Finch. Who was Jennifer Finch? Jennifer Lee Finch was born on the 5th of August 1966 in Van Nuys, California. She grew up in the San Fernando Valley, where she discovered her love for music at a young age. She was drawn to punk rock, heavy metal, and alternative music, the sounds that would come to define the 1990s. In 1985, she co-founded the band L7 with guitarist Anita Sparks. She played bass guitar and also performed vocals and songwriting duties. L7 released their debut album in 1988 and quickly gained a reputation for their raw, energetic sound. They were a punk band with a grunge edge, and their all-female lineup was a rarity in the male-dominated music industry. They were pioneers, and they refused to be silenced. The rise of L7. The 1990s were L7's decade. They released their breakthrough album, Bricks Are Heavy, in 1992. The album was produced by Butch Vig, who had just produced Nirvana's Nevermind. The album featured the hit single Pretend We're Dead, an anthem for a generation. The song became a massive hit, reaching number 8 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. It remains one of the most iconic songs of the 1990s. L7 appeared in the 1992 film Singles, performing as a band. They also performed at the 1992 Reading Festival and shared the stage with Nirvana and Soundgarden. They were known for their aggressive sound and their unapologetic lyrics. They were feminist icons in a male-dominated industry. They were also known for their controversial stage antics in 1992. During a performance in the UK, Anita Sparks threw a used tampon into the crowd, a moment that became legendary. L7 proved that women could rock just as hard as men, cause of death. Let me address the question at the top. What killed Jennifer Finch? Jennifer Finch died on the 14th of August 2023, at the age of 57. The cause of death was cancer. She had been battling a rare form of cancer, spinal cancer, since 2021. She had kept her diagnosis private from the public, but she had been undergoing treatment. At the time of her death, she had been in hospice care. She was surrounded by her family. The band confirmed her death on social media. Her death was a devastating blow to the rock community. Life after L7. After L7 went on hiatus in the early 2000s, Jennifer Finch moved on with her life. In 2000, she left L7 after the band went on hiatus. She was replaced by Janice Tanaka. She had a passion for vintage clothing and opened a vintage clothing store in Los Angeles. She also continued to play music, performing with other bands and as a solo artist. She also worked as a special effects makeup artist on film and television productions. She was a talented and versatile artist. She was married to David C. Hall, a musician. The couple had a daughter together. She was also a mother to her daughter, who was a source of great joy in her life. In 2015, L7 reunited and began touring again. She rejoined the band and performed with them on tours and at festivals. They released new music in 2017, including the album Scatter the Rats, Family and Husband. Now let me talk about Jennifer Finch's personal life. She was married to David C. Hall, a musician. The couple had a daughter together. She had 2 younger siblings, a sister, Stephanie Finch, and a brother, Todd Finch. Stephanie was also a musician and member of the band Trainwreck. Her family was the center of her life. She often posted photos of her husband, daughter, and siblings on social media. She was also a vegan and an animal lover. She was passionate about animal rights and environmental issues. She was known for her kindness, her generosity, and her sense of humor. .net, worth and lifestyle. So how much was Jennifer Finch worth? Jennifer Finch's estimated net worth at the time of her death was approximately $1 million. Her wealth came from her role in L7, album sales, touring, royalties, her work as a bassist and vocalist with other bands, her work as a special effects makeup artist, her vintage clothing store. L7's albums sold hundreds of thousands of copies in the 1990s and continued to generate royalties for decades. She also toured with L7 during their reunion in 2015, which added to her wealth. She lived a comfortable private life in Los Angeles. The reunion, L7's comeback. In 2015, L7 surprised fans when they announced a reunion. The band Jennifer Finch, Donita Sparks, Susie Gardner, and Demetra Plakos reunited for a tour. They played at festivals including Coachella, Glastonbury, and Riot Fest. They received a warm welcome from fans who had been waiting for their return. In 2017, they released their first album in 18 years, Scatter the Rats. The album was praised by critics and fans and proved that L7 still had the energy and passion that had made them famous. Their reunion gave Jennifer Finch a second chance to share her music with the world. Tributes. The rock community reacts. When news of Jennifer Finch's death broke, tributes poured in from across the music world. Donita Sparks wrote, "Jennifer was a force of nature. She was a brilliant musician, a loyal friend, and an incredible mother. The world is a lesser place without her." Susie Gardner wrote, "I'm heartbroken. Jennifer was a true original. She had a heart of gold and a wicked sense of humor. I miss her already." Krist Novoselic, Nirvana, wrote, "L7 was one of the best bands of the 1990s. Jennifer was a true pioneer. Rest in power." Kathleen Hanna, Bikini Kill, wrote, "Jennifer Finch was a trailblazer. She paved the way for so many women in music. She will be deeply missed." Fans also paid tribute. One wrote, "L7 changed my life. Jennifer's bass playing was incredible. Rest in peace." Another said, "She was a true icon. Her songs, the music that lives on." Jennifer Finch's music continues to inspire new generations of musicians. Her iconic bass lines on songs like Pretend We're Dead, Andres, and Shove are studied by young bassists learning the craft. Her songwriting helped define the sound of the 1990s. The songs she wrote and performed with L7 tackled themes of alienation, empowerment, and rebellion subjects that resonated with many young people. Her legacy is not just in her music, but in the barriers she broke. She was a woman in a male-dominated industry, and she succeeded on her own terms. She paved the way for countless female musicians. Legacy, a life of rock and roll. Jennifer Finch died on the 14th of August 2023. She was 57 years old. She died from spinal cancer, a battle she had fought bravely for 2 years. But her legacy is not defined by how she died. She was a co-founder of L7, one of the most influential rock bands of the 1990s. She was a bassist who defined the sound of a generation. She was a pioneer for women in music, refusing to be silenced. She was a mother, a wife, a sister, and a friend. She was a kind person with a wicked sense of humor. Her bandmates wrote, "Jennifer was a force of nature. She was a brilliant musician, a loyal friend, and an incredible mother. The world is a lesser place without her." Jennifer Finch may have left this world, but her music will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, Jennifer. If this tribute touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share your favorite L7 song in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.